Well, the CJ is giving me the famous code 42. It's giving me code 42. Apparently, it's the electric spark timing circuit description. So I'm having troubles with my with the CJ. It starts fine, it runs fine for about it's either a time thing or it's a distance thing. I think it's a distance thing. When I plug the battery in, I'll drive. Maybe I get maybe 7 miles from my house. The Jeep will stutter, and my tachometer it'll jump as well, and then it'll run fine for another maybe 3 or 4 miles. Then it'll just cut off. So it'll start back up immediately. I'll drive another mile or two, and then it'll cut off. The second time is harder to start though. Then after I'm going maybe another mile or two, it cut off again. And every time it cuts off, it gets harder to start until like it'll take maybe I have to just sit there for 10 minutes or so, and then it'll start. And every time it does it, it does that little hesitation thing. So I've changed my distributor, my ignition control module. I changed my computer. So now I'm just going through all the wiring, checking the grounds. I'm trying to find out what the issue is. I also took the Jeep to a shop because I was tired of messing with that. So I don't have time. So and they had it for I want to say about almost 2 months, and he changed my throttle body, and he also wanted to change my distributor and things, and I just said go ahead and do it. But after about the 2 months, they suggested that I pick up my Jeep. So I brought it home. I was kind of discouraged, but right now the weather's decent back home, so I'm trying to just break out again, and I have all the wires. I'm trying to expose them all now, and I'm going to go through. I have a couple of the diagnostic charts. I'm going through this one right here now. If anybody has any ideas, go ahead and give me a little note, and we'll try to get this thing going so I can get it back on the trail. All right, I'll let you guys know how it goes. Peace, and I'm out. Once again, it's getting code 42. Apparently that's for the electric spark timing circuit. So I have a little sheet that I've been trying to go through. I also went through the little manual for my Chevy 350 5.7 liter from a 91. Right now I'm just taking apart the wires, see if I can see any kind of grounds loose or something. So I'm doing this part here. Then I'll go into the firewall later. Hey, what's up everybody? Good news. I got the CJ back running. It's pretty good. I actually passed smog, so that's the most important thing. I've done a little bit of running on it, and it's done well. So I just have to take it out on the trail now and see how well it does. It doesn't stall on me anymore. The idle is a little bit high. The mechanic I took it to, he messed with one of the idle screws, with the idle screw, and so that caused it the idle was everywhere. But I have that fixed now. This is a screw with the guy adjusted right here. Basically, when you have this on a factory setup, right? It's covered. You have this little cover right here, right? And this cover right here, you don't want to mess with, right? It's there for a reason. But the mechanic, for some reason, he decided that he wanted to manipulate the idle. Maybe he thought that was the reason why the Jeep was cutting out. So he took this piece off here, right? And that exposes this little thing here, which you have to, and that will adjust the idle control, right? It'll adjust this thing here, how far and back the throttle piece goes. So anyway, I had this throttle body rebuilt, and basically it was a waste of money. Paid $400 to get this redone, but it was this idling screw. So even though I got everything done, all the injectors done, and all that kind of stuff, that wasn't the problem. So anyway, you live and learn, and like I said, it's better if you can do it yourself. It just takes the time. I know the vehicle better than anybody. So like I said, you live and you learn. But anyway, I thought what the problem was, the code 42. It was this little, it's a butt connector right here. is a butt connector, and what happened was when it would get hot, it would fail. So that's when, you know, I would drive on the road maybe 15 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes, it would get hot, and then it would fail. So what I was doing, when I was checking all the wiring, I was over by the firewall, and I was shaking wires that the Jeep stalled. So then I went back to the area. I moved things around, and I heard the fuel pump turn back on. So I was able to go to take the wiring apart, and I found where the problem was. Once again, it was a butt connector that when it would get hot, it would just it would cause the wires to fail. So I went through, I respliced it, fixed it back up, started back up, and right now it's doing fine. I was able to pass smog, and I'm good to go again. So hopefully very shortly I'll be able to do a run and get this CJ back on the road. I've been doing the last few months in my JK. I'm glad I still have another vehicle to ride in, but this is my baby here that I really love to ride in. So anyway, if you have a problem with your OBD1, the code 42, most likely you have a short somewhere. You don't have to mess with all this other stuff. Leave that idle screw alone. Peace, and I'm out.